morning. Good to be here. Good to have you here. Good to see you all. Hope you're having a good morning. Let's get this shirt out.
Somebody else's check for a short while, but not long. Life choices. I have a feeling Don got JRL's 50 cent of Candace and Ernie to him and said, "Whoa, you think so? Maybe.
Let's see what's going on with everybody this morning. I hope it's not still too early. I know some people on the West Coast are still in bed probably, but we'll see what happens. Share and share alike, y'all.
Mackenzie, Bella. Hello, Bella. How you doing, sweetheart? Jasper. He could, if his name is the only one on the deep. Someone could go to the courthouse and check. I wonder if that's the reason why Grandma was so scared, is because when he gets back out, if there's something gonna go, something's going down allegedly, you know. Gina said, "Hey Daisy, I love your program. Justice for Summer. Hopefully something will happen real soon, and hopefully they will find him safe and sound. That little girl, I know."
Good morning, Miss Brandy. How are you, sis? Welcome. Good to have you here. There we go. We're shared out now. What's going on this morning, hon? How are ya? Doing all right, I hope.
But yeah, isn't that something? Kirby said, all his days he was good.
Good to hear. I hope you had a good rest of your night and a good start to your morning. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Don't mind me. So, what is going on, Miss Brandy?
Because it was inherited and also protected in case of any divorce.
You got the kids off to school there. What's up, Strike? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
The deed in the land is in Donald Wells Jr. Well, here, Chris M said that
yeah, my kid, there are kids. My son has, I think Friday is his last day for the summer. So he'll be here full time then. Stay busy. Doing some laundry, huh? Wearing dirty clothes, you bum.
Someone said he put it on his children's name.
Oh yeah. What grade, Brandy? Welcome to whoever number 3 is. Background back there. Going in. Oh, he's in 4th, going in 5th. Okay. I miss when Caden was that little. I really do. He's huge now. No more cuddling or any of that crap, you know. I mean, I got my grandkids, but it's different. Oh, well, that's good to know, Strike. Nobody wants to be like Isaac. 10, okay. Oh, they're growing up quick. Enjoy it while you can because it goes by very fast. Swear to God, it seems just like, honest to God, it really seems just like a couple years ago. He was just still a little guy, you know. Morning, Kyle. Welcome, bro.
Waiting for my exercise overflow blessing. I love that. That's cute. Wow. The redhead had a phone call about earning
Yeah.
Kansas.
My oldest is 20, just turned 29 this year. She'll be 30 next year. I got a 29-year-old, 28-year-old. No, I'm sorry, 29-year-old, two 28-year-olds, three 25-year-olds, and a 16-year-old. Yeah, I did that right. 29-year-old, two 28-year-olds, three 25-year-olds, and a 16-year-old. That's right. None of us do, Kyle. It's okay. Gotcha, Brandy. Yeah, none of us do, bro. Don't worry about it. You're good. Honestly, there's very few people that do. What Brandy said.
There was a lot of stuff that come between there. Yeah, I on the conversation between him and there was some stuff came out about
Good morning, my sister. How are you? I see you got the notification finally. Or did you just guess? What the hell? Hold on a minute. Something's going on with my camera. Shit. Hold on a minute, guys. This damn thing. Can you guys see me okay? Yeah, I know, Kyle. That's what they always do. That's what they always do. They ain't got nothing else better to do, unfortunately. Where at, Kim? Or for what? I wonder what it'd be like. I agree, Brandy. I wonder what it'd be like if I put this, if I got my camera over here. It'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I'll figure that out. Oh, your cardiologist. Yeah, that's an important one. Definitely got to do that one. I know, but they always check people for rapid. Well, that's what they do. That's why they are who they are, bro. I mean, period. That's exactly why they are who they are. No other way to look at it. Honestly, If they didn't do that, then I would think something else was wrong. Yeah, they're a pain, Kim, but you need them right now. You need them right now. You got to keep yourself together. What's up, stranger? I ain't seen you in a minute. Good way to put it. Internet flexing shit. Bottom of the barrel stuff that we're dealing with. It's what happens down here on Troll Avenue, guys. Unfortunately, it's why where we're at. He got at me because I was commenting on somebody's video trying to give Isaac a reality check. Oh yeah, that's par for the course, brother. Par for the course. Sorry to say. You'll have that from time to time. I understand, Kim. But it needs done, and then you gotta stay on top of things because you got little ones, and you gotta be in best shape for them. But I understand. Oh, damn it. Hold on a minute, guys.
I really think that I don't believe that she was getting myself. I still think that it's more. There's been a lot of bad holes that people can go down, but I believe that plus, he said that I just got summer back, or John did. Say that again? I just got summer back during an interview, not with Chris Endo. Yeah, they said that, but I didn't talk about it. Well, I don't know, but he seemed coherent, but I don't know what he was talking about. I never do. You can get some front for deflection. You get down that red hole of the well, you don't let Don keep running because Don's the one that was talking for her. For cancer. Yeah. I mean, even at the house, but Jay is saying, he went down here with like 2 months of his man or something, and people were driving these people aren't still, I mean, it's crazy. Oh my God. It was kind of
If it's a hot doctor, I don't mind. Shut up, Strike. You're pitiful. So as long as it looks good, you're good to go, right, bro? Yeah, I get it. I mean, I guess kind of makes sense. Hey, Austin, how you doing, bub? Welcome. Good to see you. I don't know, dude, because I had a female doctor one time that saw me at the ER, and I mean, she was fine. This was probably about 5-6 years ago, and she was like, I don't know, I was probably 40, maybe 40, and she had to have been 28, 29 years old. I don't know. I love my wife. Don't get me wrong, but this woman, there was something about her that was just like she smelled good, everything. And so, like, she's doing the workup, checking out my lungs, how they stethoscope and go. She lifted up my shirt and put her hand up here, and she's checking my with the stethoscope, and then she's feeling on my stomach with her hands and everything, and her hands were soft. And this was gorgeous. She looked like a fucking supermodel. She didn't look like a doctor. She was very well endowed. If you know what I'm saying, like on top and behind and everything. She'd lean over me and do this and do that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had a little funny feeling in my stomach. She's a hottie. So yeah, I get what you're saying, Strike. Seeing a supposed grown man drool over women he will never get while he has a girlfriend is gross. Yeah, that's good. Good to hear, Austin. Good to hear. I don't understand why he thinks that the confidence level that he has, that he can get some of the people that he thinks he can get. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Clover. I gotcha. I gotcha. So what's up, guys? What's going on? What's new? What's old? What's good? What's bold? What's going on? Maybe soon. You're welcome to anytime, Clover. Anytime. Let me know when you're ready. I'll let you do it, or I'll hook you up. Yeah, I told you guys before. Anybody's welcome. As long as when you get up there, you're not like tearing people apart, being rude or anything like that. Of course, you're welcome. We are family. I ain't seen you in a while, Clover. How you been? This camera thing is driving me crazy. The two mistakes White Wolf made was joining GM and telling the truth. Yeah, well. He ain't with Guest Mob anymore now. Ain't he over there with all your guys' stuff over there, stranger? I appreciate that, Clover. I do. Just chilling. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to pull something up here. I can't wait till we get that. I can't wait till we get my green menu out in the drive-through. It's going to be basically like Siri taking your order at McDonald's. Wow. We have that. Yeah, we have that now. I can't wait because I can't wait to see what she says when I look at a chicken. Okay. Well, the truth set White Wolf free. I missed out on that whole thing. What are you guys talking about with the truth? Like, how'd that work out? Is that what happened with him? Why he got booted from Guest Mob? Is that what was up? Because I don't pay no attention to it. What happened over there? Uh-oh, guys. What is it? We're in court. Yeah, we're in court. What are you doing, Ernie? Guys, we're in court. Okay. All right, hold on.
Jody Sue's up on the stand. What? Yeah, Jody Sue's up on the stand. I got y'all going now, don't I? No, stay with me. Jody Sue's up on the stand. You know, if you can visual this, Jody Sue's up on the stand. Okay. All right. What's she gonna say? What are they gonna ask her? Someone's gonna ask her a question. Oh.
Yeah, I know, stranger. It's a joke.
Jody Sue.
Does anybody know, like, what the actual scenario of what happened over there with that? Wonder where Heather's at this morning. Might be too early for her still.
So the court can hear you, man. Okay, I'm just saying, I just found out that somebody has apparently got an extensive criminal background history, not just Andy. Wow. Really? Yes. And that came out in court.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kyle. That is a damn fact, unfortunately.
Understood that they could use sound.
Unfortunately. That's right, Austin. He ain't nobody.
Sound, in combination with technology, would produce gravitational effects. If they knew the correct resonant frequency,
well, that was true. We knew about that over here a long time ago. And I think she denied that, which is why we were told at least that she denied that, which is why she got booted from there. I don't care. I don't care for any of them. I'm sorry, Austin and Kyle. I know you guys are over in that community over there, but I'm not a fan of White Wolf either. He said some pretty nasty things to some people. So that's my opinion. But if you guys are friends with him or whatever, I won't, disrespect you guys that way. Just not a fan, and that's okay. He's part of that whole scenario over there. I don't like the way they argue with I don't know how old you two are, but anybody that's under the age of 18 that's on YouTube that a grown man is going to argue with and say, nasty things to like that. I don't agree with that. That's just my opinion. So, and that's their business over there. So be it. But I can't rock with that. So that's kind of one of my issues, but it is what it is. Yep. That's it too, stranger. I didn't know if you were, if you weren't. I just didn't want to be disrespectful to you if you were, but that's just how I feel. Just my opinion. So what's going on, guys? What's on your agenda for today? What's the plans? And honestly, stranger, anybody that's over there, other than a couple people, I think when they go into that situation, they go in knowing that it's not going to be, it's probably a short-lived situation. Like I said, other than a couple people, they're not going to be there very long. you gotta, you know, I'm trying to think of the right word to say, but you have to kind of conform to every qualm and every little fucking detail that they want you to have over there. If not, then you don't stay. So, you know, and that's not what this is about, guys. I don't believe in that. That's why anybody is welcome here except for them. You're welcome to say what you got to say. I bring whoever up on my panels. You know, if you have something to say, you're more than welcome to do it. You know, we just kick back and do our thing. Basically, Brandy, yeah. And I don't do that in here. You guys are all equals as far as I'm concerned. Nobody's better than me. Nobody's less than me. It's just, I run the channel, but, you know, we're all the same. It's my channel. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are all equal to me in here. You don't have to answer to me for this or that or anything else. You know, you're just here. So I don't like the toxicity. I don't like the disrespectfulness now. Hey, welcome back, Flower. How are you? I've been here off and on lurking. My opinion is this on the situation. Until there is proof, I will not say he did or didn't. Now back to cleaning real. As far as what, Flower? Like, just elaborate a little bit. I'm a little confused on what you're talking about because we were talking about a couple things. Excuse me. If you would, please, ma'am. Oh. Well, again, she's right, guys, in a way. Like, nobody knows unless you were right then and there and you heard it. You know, YouTube is a rumor mill. You guys know that. Like, I could say boo, okay? And 3 people heard me say boo, but 3 people could go into somebody else's stream and say, Dago said doo-doo. And then somebody else pops in and says, no, he said boo. And then 4 other people pop in and say, no, he said doo-doo boo. You know what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to get at is, right, is that unless you heard word for word what was said, it is a rumor. But all I'm saying, in my opinion, is I don't doubt it. It's believable, is what I'm trying to say. It's a believable scenario. But I can't say for sure because I wasn't there. I didn't hear it. I don't know. And that's the way I do things. So. Hope you've been doing okay, Flower. It was good to see you. I know who he is and all that, but sometimes I think things are blown up bigger than they are to be the worst thing. Oh, no. You're right. Okay, here's a situation, Flower, and anybody else listening. It happened with me. That whole thing that they threatened to call CPS or called CPS or whatever the fuck they did with that, okay, on me, because of I told my son that he could not have dinner and he could eat water and go to bed or go the fuck to bed, and I'm going to lock him in his room. All of that. Now, in reality, what happened is first of all, he wasn't a 5-year-old little kid. Second of all, he is autistic, but he's very borderline autistic, very high functioning. You would not know that he's autistic unless you spend a day with him. And his autism is not the typical autism that you guys would think it is by seeing him. So what actually happened, truth being, is he came downstairs at 11:30 at night after he had dinner at 5 or 5:30. And he's 5'10". He's a big kid, so he eats like a football player. Okay, so 5:30 he came down, had 2 full plates. I think we had spaghetti that night, actually, guys. 2 full plates of spaghetti, and then he went on about his business. And then 11:30 at night he comes down when he's done with his video games, or he's on the phone with his friends, or whatever he was doing that night, and he's in the kitchen, and he's going into grabbing for chips and snack cakes and this and that. And I said, dude, whoa, what are you doing? I'm hungry. No, it's way too late for you to eat. Now, here's another thing, too, that nobody gets. He's on medication, okay? And the medication he takes, if he eats late at night, it messes with him, and it keeps him awake all night and stuff like that. So anyway, I said, you should have done that earlier. It's way too late for you to be eating, especially junk like this. It's not good for you, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay. Then I'm going to get a cup of a Coke, like Pepsi, Coke, whatever the hell it was, pop. And I'm like, no. It's 11:30 at night. You can have some water, and you can go to bed. And he argues with me. He has oppositional defiant disorder. Everything you say to him, he argues with it. On top of that, he's 16 years old, which is a normal thing for teenage boys to do. So we stood there and argued. You're not getting any pop. You never let me have pop. Yes, you have pop all the time. That's why we have it, because I don't drink it. I mean, I drink Coke Zero, but I don't drink the regular shit that we have that he drinks. But you always make me drink water. No, that's not true either. But okay, you're not drinking something like that at 11 o'clock at night that's going to keep you up later than what you're already fighting against. Because that's the thing, is the kid doesn't like to go to bed, okay? His medication already wires him. He's on a medication called methylphenidate. And what it does is it helps him to focus on what's going on because of everything going on in his head. So it kind of wires you, I guess you could say. It makes you a little hyper. So he has to come off of that by the evening, and adding caffeinated drinks and sweets and candies and sugars and all that does not help. So I said, you can have water and go to bed. This was a 6 or 7 minute conversation where all we did was go back and forth, and he's arguing with me, right? And I get frustrated with him because he's a typical teenager. And he just likes to argue, and he talks over me when he wants to get his point across. He talks loud towards me, so on and so forth, and can be disrespectful at times. So at this point, he keeps going, and he's talking, and I'm like, no. So again, last part of the conversation, why can't I said, listen, get your glass of water and go the fuck to bed, dude. I'm not arguing with you anymore. It's 11:30. You got school in the morning. We're not doing this anymore. Whatever. Slams the cupboard, gets his cup, gets his water, and he goes to bed. Point blank facts. This is what happened. Okay? So that situation was taken and turned into whatever narrative they want to use it for, to try to make somebody look bad. So this situation we're talking about here with White Wolf could be the same thing. I'm not saying it's not. The point is, this is what happens on YouTube. This is why you have to, and I've learned the hard way, this is why you have to have facts before stating comments, because you can make yourself, which I've done multiple times, look like an idiot by saying something that somebody else has said to you, or coming to you with a half-truth. It just doesn't look good. I did not hear anything like that, only the part about water and bed. I still didn't believe all that junk about you. I didn't hear it. Sorry. Yeah, right. Even if you listen to whatever clip that they have. I know they have the ability to make things go their way with whatever technology they use, but that's what was said. If I wanted my son to be on here, I'd let him sit and tell the story himself. But I refuse to put him on here like that. He's got enough of his own issues, and I'm not going to do that to him. He wants to do this kind of thing because he thinks it's exciting. He doesn't understand the backside of everything, and I don't want to put him through that because I love my son. So there's that. But I'm the reason why I told the story is because it's the same type of situation, and it. How can I put it? It can be turned and twisted however you want. So that's all. And honestly, like I said, I didn't really care if anybody believed it or not because I know what happened. I know the relationship I have with my son. We're very close. Like I said, he's like my best friend. We spend, like I said, I'm excited that he's only got 4 days of school left because he's going to be home with me now and we can hang out and do the things we do. Hopefully, he doesn't have summer school, but yeah, and that's fine, Flower. That's absolutely fine. That's kind of, I think that's how people should be. I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way, but it's whatever. That's the way I try to be too. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, but you know, you too, Kyle. Take care, bud. If you're going to work, don't work too hard, and if you're not going to work, don't relax too hard. Um, something. Honestly, since you're sitting here, Flower, I did want to ask you something. The day that all of that, and I don't want any arguments started or anything like that. I'm talking to you myself, Flower, just me and you. The day that all that shit happened in here, can you explain to me like what was going on and why? Because I know that there was a little disagreement going on between you and a couple other people, and I heard her, Tina, say that. Wait a minute, what's that? Okay, I'll be listening. I have to clean, cut grass, and the dog. Okay, yeah. Um, the There was a disagreement between you and a couple of people, and I said to those people, let's not do that with Flower. She's been respectful, this, that, and everything else. And Tina blatantly said that I was nasty to you and I let other people attack you and this and that and everything else. And it wasn't an attack. I think they were just, it was a disagreement. But is that something that you said, or is that something that came from somebody else, again, with this type of situation, saying stuff to her? That's all I was wondering. Because I had never said anything about booting you, that I didn't want you in here, that any of that kind of stuff. And I did stick up for you, and I did say, don't attack Flower. Not that you were being attacked. I just said, don't go at her that way, so on and so forth. That's what I remember saying. So I just wanted to make sure that this was not a miscommunication again, which is, to find out the reason why that was said by Tina. That's all I was wondering. Because you know me. I like everybody in here to get along. I like everybody in here to be respectful of each other, and everybody usually is pretty good about it. And I just want to make sure that there is no bad blood per se, and that everybody is comfortable. That's all. I have to clean, cut grass, and the dog bring it. How the hell are you going to cut grass, clean, bring a dog in, and listen to this? Lloyd Christmas. Isaac left his last rental in a pigsty and is refusing to. Oh, yeah, we all know about that one, Lloyd. I didn't appreciate that I shouldn't be until I felt attacked by other people. You didn't say anything bad, but I feel that some people feel stronger and think some people feel stronger. And that's why I made that comment. That was my choice to make you a mod and so on and so forth. And I don't think that that person understood that you had been in here, because he hasn't been in here since that happened. But I don't think that that person understood that you had been in here the entire time and that you were not just coming over from her stream, jumping in, saying stuff and going and then leaving. You know what I mean? I don't think he understood that. Everybody has the right to their opinion when they come in here, but I'm not going to let somebody tear somebody else apart, because you've been in here for since close to the beginning. You've always been respectful. You've always been decent. You've always been fair. And that's why I allowed it. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect you and I liked you very much. I still do, and there was never an issue before, but that conversation, and I understand how you felt. I absolutely did. That's why I said what I said to support you. And people do feel stronger on things than others, but out of respect for me, I believe that people will respect my wishes on that scenario. Do you know what I mean? And as long as everybody in here gets along and respects each other, that's all that matters as far as I'm concerned. You can have your feelings about people, opinions, or disagreements without verbally attacking somebody, in my opinion. And it's an opinion. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. I don't expect you guys all to completely agree on everything. We're human beings, guys. We're people, but a family, for instance, I disagree with my wife on things, my mother-in-law, my kids, they disagree with me. I mean, that's what it is. It's part of being life. We're human beings. We're adults. We all have strong opinions about things sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to not verbalize them. But at the end of the day, others I felt don't care for me being okay. And here is the reason why that goes down. And you have to understand this too, Flower, because at that point in time, my stream and the people in my chat were being, I guess you could say, attacked because of their opinions on things that they were verbalizing in here, or just for being in here or being a supporter of me. Okay. And that's why people are like, well, if she's supporting Tina, why is she being a mod in here and this and that and everything else? And you guys know, it goes back to, at one point in time, I was a mod for Charlie and for Tina when everything was going okay before all that bullshit blew up. Okay. I'm sorry. Rolling the eyes is disrespectful when they go speaking to me, not you. I'm over that. I didn't even relax, Strike. It's calm down. Okay. I understand that there was an issue. I'm trying to deal with that, and out of respect for me, please let me handle it. And I'm trying to work this all out. Okay. I respect your opinion, both of you. I just want to make sure. You guys are okay on both sides. Okay. And I'll deal with the other side too. All I'm saying is that's why people had the opinion of that, Flower, because, it's almost like having not nearly as bad, but like at one point VSC was in here, and she was, I don't know if she was a mod or if she wasn't, I can't remember, but she was in here. Okay, well, look at where she's at now and what she's doing now. You know what I'm saying? That is going to make somebody go, wait, what's going on? Why is this going on? Why are you allowing this person to be in here? Well, at that point in time, I was getting a lot of backlash from Tina for this, for that, whatever, and you're part of her crew over there, and that's what the issue was. Period. A lot of people don't, and you're right, have stronger feelings about certain things than others. I get it. At the end of the day, guys, and I know you understand this, or I hope you understand this. At the end of the day, it's about what I'm okay with. It's about what I'm comfortable with, and it's about what in a nutshell, makes everybody else comfortable in here. I can get along with everybody to an extent. There's a limit, but yes. And that is all that this stream is based on. The reasons why I've started it. I want everybody to be able to have a place to come in. And it's worked for a long time until some of this shit went down and it caused some rifts here and there, but it still works. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool if people stay in their lane, keep the disrespect yourself, and I will do the same. I'm not going to take it from anyone. I'm an adult. Okay, and I agree with that comment, Flower. And that's basically what I'm saying. If everybody can just keep their opinions to themselves, if it's going to be nasty or hurtful, with anybody else in here, I absolutely agree with that. And I think everybody can do that because we are all adults. There's no reason to attack anybody for any other reason. That's all. You're fine, Kimberly. It had nothing to do with you, hon. That being said, I just don't want to have to repeatedly make sure that everybody is babysit. I'm not saying that I have to do that, but what's up, Strike? There's if that's what you need to do, brother, I understand, but you don't need to do that. You don't have to do that. There's no reason for this stuff, guys. Like I said, we're all adults. It's okay to disagree on things. That's the point I'm trying to make. We can disagree on things and still get along. You know what I mean? That's the only point I'm trying to make. You guys are all great people. I love every one of you guys to death. I tell you guys that on a daily basis. It's not fair to me to have to pick and choose certain people because, hold on a minute, guys. I just got a message from my son's school. 1 second. I'm not ignoring you, but this is kind of important. Hold on a minute. What the hell is that? All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yes, can't we agree to disagree? Exactly, Brandy. And that's what it's all about, I want everybody to be comfortable and happy. And if you're not, and if there's an issue, we can talk about it between me and that person, whether it be in DMs or whatever, privately. That way it doesn't make an issue all out here in public. Because these things here, guys, I'm sorry to say this, but these things give Guest Mob their fuel to start the rumor mill. Oh, there's Dago's chat's falling apart and his communities, they hate each other and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I don't want to give them that fuel because they have enough bullshit to run with. It's just, It doesn't make sense to me why things have to be that way. If you need to go, Strike, if you're uncomfortable, I can talk to you about that later. I respect you, and I will do that. Um, Sorry, but it was a combo. Was that? It's fine, Flower. I will talk to him separately. If I need to, I can talk to you separately. I just don't like when you guys are not comfortable with each other. Okay? Everybody has disagreements. It's okay to do that. That's part of human nature. Well, I think because it was you and him, I think, if I remember right, that kind of had a little bit of a back and forth at that point in time, and it was never resolved back then. That's why I'm trying to do this now, because I don't like unresolved issues. It makes for bad blood, it makes for bad feelings, and it's just not the way it should be. That's all. He's been here since day one with me. He's been here every day. He's here waiting on me when I get here. He's very, very supportive. He's a very good guy, believe it or not. Even though you may disagree with things that he thinks or says sometimes, he's a very good-hearted guy. He really is. And you're the same type of person, Flower. That's the issue that I have in different ways. You're a very good-hearted person. You're very respectful. People can disagree. It's okay. You don't have to like each other. I mean, I would prefer it, but you don't have to like each other. And I know what you're saying, and I know what he thinks too. Like I said, I respect both of you. I will just stay in my lane with Strike. I don't need to be buddies with him. I can mod and be okay. See, and that's the same way he can be too. And he's been that way. He really is. He's had a couple issues with people coming at him for things, but I've dealt with it, and it's okay. He's a good guy. He really is, Flower. And I understand you don't have to be buddies with him. That's perfectly fine. And you're fine, Flower. Everybody has the right to their opinion and their feelings, though. And I respect that on both sides. I just don't want any more fuel for any more bullshit to come through here. That's all I'm saying. Hold on a minute. I still got another message now from his school. And this one second, guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to push this off. I just got to check this because this is important. One second, guys. I'm sorry, my fault. Okay, that's done. And you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And I appreciate you coming in here and me allowing me to have this conversation. I haven't seen you since. And I'm not going to go into Tina's chat and try to, if you're in there, to try to have a talk with you. So I will. I won't be going in there for anything ever again because I just don't. I don't trust certain things, and this is my opinion. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. That's said and done, and we're good. So what's everybody else doing? I know Flowers cleaning and cutting grass and doing her dog thing and all that. So what's everybody else up to today? And as far as in the future, if there's a conversation that pops up that people disagree on, I'm shutting it down so that this kind of thing doesn't happen. I appreciate people that defend or try to defend me for certain things. Oh, well, congratulations, Flower. That's good to hear. I've been doing a lot of gardening and yard work too, when I can, when the weather works. But anyway, what the hell was I going to say? I can't remember now. In the future, if there's something that pops up that can't be handled between the people that are having the disagreement, I will shut it down, and that'll be the end of it. I just don't want that bullshit going on here again, because it just gives them over there more fuel and more things to make fun of, and so on and so forth. And it's not worth it to me. Okay, it's not. I try to keep this stream as relaxed, comfortable, and calm as I possibly can. I mean, there's always going to be something. This whole entire venue is set up for drama, so welcome to Troll Avenue. That's what we do. But there's no reason to make it worse than what it is. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, I got an ass load of, my wife has an ass load of flowers. I have to till, up when I'm done doing my stream today, if the weather warms enough, I have to go out and till up a flower bed and some other crap and weed eat. And she's got a bunch of flowers, and I have to build I'm working on building not above ground. Well, it is above ground, but it's a risen garden box. It's up off the ground. And that's fine, Flower. That's fine. Like I said, I try to handle it myself. Okay, it's my channel. I mean, that's my responsibility. So, and anybody is like that, and that's fine. And that's the same thing that he said. I just don't want you guys. There's no reason. You guys are both really good people. That's my thing. That's what bothers me. If you guys were able to talk things that, thank you, Flower, that's what it's called. It's not going to be a flower bed. It's a raised garden box, okay, to put vegetables in. If you guys were able to talk this out, you guys could both see who the other person is. You guys are both good people. You can have differences of opinion, but you can also have opinions that are the same too. You know what I'm saying? It's just right at this point, you're not going to, because it was never worked out. You can agree to disagree or just disagree to disagree. It is what it is. It'll calm itself down and everything will be okay. I have faith in both of you, and I respect and love both you guys to death. So there's that. But yeah, I'm building a raised, it's not a flower bed. It's going to be a raised garden bed. And because I have so many animals out here, I can't put my garden in the ground. Okay. I have deer, coyotes, bobcats. There's been a bear spotted out here, which is new for me, but so I have my guns loaded now because I ain't playing no damn bear shit out here. Yes, people I know, not you guys. My son's school is it's the end of the year, and they're doing their finals, and there's fees that have to be paid for all this crap, and they keep sending me, you owe this, you owe that, you owe this, you owe that. I know. It will be paid. They do this every single year. There, now leave me alone, people. Anyway, but yeah, last year I had my garden in the ground, okay, and my tomatoes, my peppers, my squash, my what the hell else did I have in there? Green beans. None of it. I think I ended up with like 8 tomatoes. They ate everything. I'm like, well, I'm glad that I'm growing, vegetables to feed the fucking neighborhood animals, but no, I want them for myself. So yeah, I gotta raise it up high enough that the deer can't get to it and whatnot, and then I'm gonna put like a chicken wire over top of it with like a lid that it's attached to that I can open it up. I'm gonna have to actually build a couple of them. Who are you talking about, Lloyd? If you're talking about, yeah, we don't do that in here, and you're not going to do that. If you're going to do that, then you can go somewhere else, okay? Thanks. We're not doing that. Okay. Have a good day, Lloyd. There's no drama. It was a conversation, so you can move on somewhere else. We don't do that in here. Sorry. Anyway, if you have that opinion, keep it to yourself. Other than that, you can go somewhere else. I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't deal with that in here, and we don't need any more bullshit. So, anyhow, I'm gonna have to build a couple of these because of what I want to plant and the way I'm gonna plant them. And the lid, I'm building like the box, and then there's gonna be a lid, and the chicken wire is gonna be on top of it, and the lid I can lock down and then open and close it as I go. I'm going to see if the chicken wire works because from what I've understood, the chipmunks and other things like to climb in there too. I got my cat outside because he's been bringing me a chipmunk or 2 or 3 a day. So on and so forth. So we'll see. I'm excited about it though because I love growing my own vegetables, especially the banana peppers and stuff because I like to can hot peppers with garlic and oil and all that kind of shit. I have a recipe that was my grandmother's that's a old school Italian recipe, and I can't wait to get more of those. I screwed them up last year. So, oh my God. With this school already. We'll see. I don't know, Flower. I don't want. How can I put this? I don't want to like. The problem I'm gonna have is like I can't do it with the tomato plants and the pepper plants and stuff like that because they won't have anywhere to go. You know what I mean? But the other stuff I can do that with. That's my issue. So I'm gonna have to build it like probably waist high to me, and then let the plants go from there. Hoping nothing can touch them. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Now the other smaller stuff that is more like the squash, because I guess from what I understand, the squash and stuff like that, they like to pick at that. That's the one I'm gonna have to put the cage over. They're going to have to be big, and lumber is not cheap, so it's going to be fun. And I was wanting to plant melons this year too, and pumpkins, and I'm going to have those are going to go in the ground regardless. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I like planting things. I like growing shit. I found a wild rose bush on my property, way out in the right corner, and it looks like it's a climbing rose bush, so I'm going to transplant that, bring that closer to the house. I don't even know where the hell it came from. I've never seen it before, but it's there. So I'm going to transplant that and bring that up by the house, prune that up, and see if I can get it to grow the way I want it to, put a trellis with it, and see what happens. I'm curious to see what color it is. I don't know. We'll see. My issue is the snakes. Plant them in the ground and dome them with chicken wire. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that too. I have a garden in the side yard I have that already has stuff growing that I could pull. Not vegetables, but other shit. And I think I have to like fence that in, possibly, and we'll see what happens with that. Yeah. See, I don't know if the bobcat really eats anything, but I know the deer do. Um, the birds I have so many birds out here, guys. It's ridiculous. My mother-in-law has bird feeders and all sorts of shit out here. She likes to sit and watch them, and that's fine. But the deer, the birds, the raccoons, the squirrels, they get into shit, and the chipmunks, the bobcats, the coyotes. I don't know what the fuck the bear would get into. Probably all of it. If there's a bear, he can fucking have it. I ain't fucking with no beer. I'm just saying. But all the other critters and shit, I don't want to want them getting into it. So, like I said, it's like Wild Kingdom out here. There's shit all over the place. My neighbor posted on Facebook. We have like a township Facebook page that everybody belongs to, and we kind of like let each other know what's going on out here, stuff like that. And he posted a picture of a tree that he had in his backyard that he had cut down, but he left a stump probably 4 foot high. And took a picture, and he was like, does this look like, what do these claw marks look like to you guys? And it, like, something shredded the fucking tree stump. Big, deep, long claw marks. And one of my other neighbors said that looks like a bear, you know. I don't know what else would do it, because the bobcats don't do that kind of shit, you know. And it was way bigger claws and deeper claws than what a bobcat could do. So somebody else said that looks like a bear, and you might want to watch. Because some of us I have a small dog, you know, I have a couple cats, or I have a cat, and my neighbor has a couple cats, and our animals are outside during the day too sometimes. And he goes, just pay attention. So I have floodlights on the side, front, and back of my garage that are motion detected. If something big moves, they pop on and they're bright, okay? They're bright LEDs, and the light, supposedly, according to Wildlife, Fish and Game, the lights when they come on like that, I guess they scare larger animals and coyotes and shit away. So I have those set up, and we'll see. Hopefully I don't have to shoot nothing. I definitely don't want to shoot nothing. I like animals, and I don't like to have to kill them, but a bear is a bear. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. Hold on a minute, guys. I gotta check something. Ugh. Township is out here cutting the grass in the ditches. It sounded like there was a fucking crane in my yard. Anyway. So what do you guys want to talk about today? Anything fun or exciting? Wow, it's gonna be a year in like 2 weeks. God. I had a couple things. I had a couple updated things on Summer Wells. If you guys were interested, I was going to show you. If you want me to, if you want to do that today or not, we could do it another day. It's up to you guys. There's a short interview with one of Don and Candace Wells' neighbor. And there's also a scenario that I found in regards to the spokesperson for them, Tim Mullins. I guess he's basically got busted lying or doing something he shouldn't do. I was going to kind of go over that with you too in regards to the case. Like I said, it's been slow going. There hasn't been a whole lot of new shit pops up, but I was going to show you guys some of this stuff to keep you guys updated. That's all. It's up to you guys. I know, Brandy, you're down for about anything. I just want to make sure the rest of you guys, it looks like everybody else fucking took off again. So I'm sure I'll be made fun of because of that. It's all right, though. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me see. So a lot of this stuff has been brought down by JLR, Jonathan Lee Ritchie. He runs with that group, Heels on the Ground, that has Molly Golightly, Bullhorn Betty, and all them in it. Let me see if I can find this here. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second. Excuse me. All right. Well, I know you're here, Kim. I wonder where Heather's at today. She's usually always here unless she had something going on. That was Lance. It's all right. Like I said before, I don't care if I got two of you guys in here. It's still worth hanging out.
Or justice for Summer Wells. Where is Summer Wells? I've been reviewing a lot of my video footage that I took back in November of last year, 2021, when I was in front of the home of Don and Candace Wells. I was with a group of individuals, and we were combing the area. We were looking along Beach Creek. We were looking along the roads there. We were speaking to neighbors of Don and Candace Wells. We spoke to one particular neighbor, and she drove by, and we stopped her, and she talked to us. She talked to us, and she provided some insight, some important information that, now that I look at it, kind of puts more things into perspective. So this neighbor lives on the other side of the road.
This is why I wanted you guys to see this, because this is what I've been looking at lately, just so you know. I've gone back to the beginning of the investigation for like last June, July, and August. And I've been scanning through videos from that time, a year ago now, almost, okay? And I'm trying to find if there's anything that may have been said that was missed, misunderstood, not heard at the time. Because of all the flack with the case, something that was overlooked because it was moving along so fast at that time. And I think that's what he's doing. That's why I jumped on him, because he's been doing a lot of that lately, kind of going back and reviewing stuff. And there was so much press going on at that time that everybody wasn't listening to every single thing going on because there was so much happening that things were missed. that's why this is kind of important. I wanted you guys to hear because it opens your eyes up to a couple other things that weren't really touched on as much because they were kind of like overlooked. So let's check it out and see what he has to say.
Other side of Beach Creek, across from the home of Don and Candace Wells. So that is a road called Simpson Loop Road. She lives along that road there, and she can see the home of Don and Candace Wells across Beach Creek on top of that mountain. And I want to show you something. I'll show you a little encounter we had with this neighbor. Check it out.
We're trying to find some we're at town hall, go to the sheriff's office, go to the sheriff's detective, and we're just scoping out the place just to see the terrain and how it's possible that someone could kind of come from here up there and snatch her. Do you know what I'm saying?
Can you guys hear okay? Before I go any further, I don't want you to miss any of it. Now, mind you, this is early on in the case when Dawn had said that, and Dawn and Candace said she was abducted. So they're talking about that scenario still back at this time. But can you guys hear okay? Kim, Brandy, whoever else is here? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, that's what I thought. 1 second. All right, let me know if this is loud enough, Brandy.
So, are you a neighbor? God bless you. How do you feel about what's going on?
It's bullshit. What do you want?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
It's a hill. It's let it go. Let it go.
But do you think that it's possible that, we know that Candace was not watching the children, the boys were watching, Summer, do you think it's possible that she
Hey, Becca. Nice to see you, hon. Welcome. Good to have you here. All right, let's get back to the conversation with the neighbor.
What happened?
Yeah, gotcha.
So where does she live? Right up there?
Right up there at the top of
And
that.
you know what she said? She said that she hears things.
She said that she hears a lot of
the sound
foreign
travels, and she can tell you that this place over here is very noisy, and there's not a day that goes by that there's not F-bombs dropped and screaming and commotion that goes on here. And but these people are crazy, and they're not nice people. They're not nice people. So that means there's a lot of violence in that home.
So the neighbor said, the whole story up at the Wells home, the kidnapping, is BS. It's complete BS. The neighbor has told us that she could hear screams and hollering coming from that home, the Wells home, almost regularly. She also said that law enforcement did not speak to her ever. And this was in November of last year, so this is months after Summer Wells was reported missing. Law enforcement never went and spoke to her. Interesting, right? Why wouldn't law enforcement go and speak to all the surrounding neighbors to see what they...
That's my opinion. Right, Becca. See? And absolutely, I know she wasn't kidnapped. I'm just saying, in a situation like this, I think that TBI in Hawkins County would have went to every single neighbor that surrounds that 5-mile vicinity to get information from every one of them.
They know, or what they heard, or if they have any suspicions or anything, to get any information. She was not contacted by law enforcement. You heard her. You heard my group say that she said that, it's BS. And she said, as far as the kidnapping, and she said that she was hearing screams coming from that hill, cussing on. You could hear a lot of things coming out of the home of Donna and Candace Wells. They live on top of a big giant mountain. Everything echoes. So the neighbors can hear. But she didn't get interviewed, which is interesting. Why?
Now, here's the thing, guys. Know this, because I have family that lives in West Virginia. They live in a holler. Okay. The Wells house is up on top of a mountain, and everybody around them is down in that holler. So any noise will come down in and bounce off the mountain walls. And it's like a megaphone when you hear shit down in there. They don't live in like the woods away from the neighbors. They all live in the areas around that house on that mountain. Like I think Jody Sue lived on the same mountain, but over a ways. Fred lived on the other side of the mountain too, but you can hear everything echoing in there, like somebody's yelling through a megaphone. Of course, they're loud to begin with, but because of the way that mountain is set up, everything that goes out, any noise will bounce off those walls, or the ground and the walls of the mountains and the hills in there. So it is crazy.
Well, maybe because, like I said, I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to this right here. My theory on why she did not, why law enforcement did not speak to her. What did she say?
She said,
TBI has not been up there to
that's TBI is FBI, nothing.
Nobody has been up there.
Well, that means they're focused on there. That is a good thing though, in the sense, because if they're not going to waste their time,
Right.
If they haven't been up there, then they've been in here, they're zeroing in on here, and they have something where they feel like something happened.
But they need evidence. They need probable cause to go on that property to execute search warrants. And these people can give them some evidence of what's going on in this house, and they haven't even went over there on that side to talk to them.
We even see the beginning.
A key factor here is she is a neighbor, and she said the TBI has not spoken to her. Law enforcement has not spoken to her. That's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Has all the neighbors around the Wells home been properly spoken to, vetted? Maybe they have some information. Maybe they're witnesses. Maybe they can provide more insight to law enforcement, but she hasn't been spoken to. So that's what she did say. So I found that disturbing. But, it's not surprising. It's not surprising. That home is on the mountain there on the top of a hill. The Wells have a history of domestic violence. The Wells' son, child molestation charges. He has a bunch of criminal charges from Utah. The mother, had their children taken away from a prior relationship up in Wisconsin. It's bad. These people are bad news. Abandonment. Maybe because law enforcement are not and were not focused on that other side of the road, Beach Creek. They were more honed in on around Ben Hill Road. You would think if something of interest was on the other side, law enforcement would be asking every single neighbor around there if they seen or heard anything. So they did. So this neighbor was not contacted by authorities. I wonder how many more neighbors were not contacted by authorities in that area. We heard from check out my other video. I spoke briefly to the Carolyn Sue Chambers, who lives at the corner of Ben Hill and Beach Creek, right at the corner there, that corner house. She said law enforcement contacted her. Jody Sue Brown said law enforcement contacted her. That other gentleman that stays or has a girlfriend that lives in back of Don and Candace Wells on Simpson Road there with all the junk vehicles and the older vehicles. Donald Scherfle, he said law enforcement has contacted him, but this individual that we've spoken to in her car said law enforcement hasn't contacted her, and she can see Don and Candace Wells' home with her eyes, and she didn't get contacted. So it was authorities more focused on the Ben Hill side of Beach Creek than on the other side, which is called Simpson Loop Road. I'll take you on a drive right now. Check this video right here. This is a drive where that neighbor lives. That Simpson Loop Road. Check it out.
And there, you know something too, guys, is if you notice where this house, that Wells house sits, it sits highest on top of this mountain. Everywhere around that, you can see and hear up there what's going on. You know what I mean? I mean, it's crazy. It is definitely crazy, Becca. It'll be a year in like 2 weeks that she's been missing, and still no arrests. It's fucking nuts. By the way, tell BBY I said what's up.
This is across the street from Beach Creek. Some homes up here.
See, there's so much space in this area, so much property and land. That child could be anywhere around here. If you go out at nighttime, nobody's gonna see you. Just like trying to dispose of her body or something like that, or hiding her or whatever. It's so vast, and at nighttime it's pitch black out there. There's no lights, no street lights, no nothing.
So that mountain there is directly in back of the home of Don and Candace Wells. Their home, Ben Hill, takes you far back into that. It's a big mountain. Neighbor has a RV. And you can see that's the top of the home of Don and Candace Wells right there.
All right, dude, with your door.
This is called Simpson Loop Road. And then that's over there would be Ben Hill, and you go that way, but that's Don and Candace's home right there. On top of the hill. And there's their shed. So yeah, the neighbor around there did not, she said she didn't get contacted. So she didn't get contacted. What does all that mean? Did police properly do a vetting investigation by searching all the neighbors and gathering insight?
I don't think they did in the
by
beginning.
her saying that she heard things going on over there could be good for circumstantial evidence down the line if the body of Summer Wells is not found, and Don and Candace Wells and Grandma Candace Hara eventually get charged. One of them get charged with something. You know, you would want witnesses to hear things, you know, to come forward to say what they heard around there, to paint a picture, to paint an overall picture of Don and Candace Wells. So yeah, again, out there, I was out there numerous times searching along Beach Creek there. Check this out here. This is kind of the area in front of the home. I'm sure you guys seen footage, but this is my footage from outside the home of Don and Candace Wells. Check this out.
No
Tufton Mall.
ads.
Wake up awake.
There she is. What's up, sis? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey guys, do me a favor and throw a 1 in the chat box if you guys are all still here, please, so I can see who I got. Miss Heather. I know Miss Heather's here, and Brandy. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, I know, Kim. That's the thing. So I got Heather, Kim, Becca, Brandy. That's what blows my mind is that little girl is so small, so tiny, and this land is so vast, guys. There's so much of it in such a widespread area. It could be almost near impossible to find her if they really didn't want anybody to. Thanks for doing that, guys. Oh, sorry about that. All right, John, you gonna say something? Yeah, I can't even think about it, Brandy. I could never even think about it. I did one day and broke down. I couldn't imagine it.
So let me know what you think. Let me know your theories, suggestions, comment. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your speculation. I love to hear your theories. Please share, and I will respond to you guys. And let's have a conversation in the comments. Let's talk. You know, is authorities going to eventually go talk to this neighbor? Now this was in November. Since then, has authorities spoken to this neighbor? I don't know. This was back in November when I was there in November. Justice for Summer Wells. We are trying to find Summer Wells. We are trying to find what happened to Summer Wells. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, please contact the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI-FIND or the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. God bless. Everyone be safe. And let's hope Summer is found very, very soon.
watching Heat
All right.
Today. Stay cool out there.
Walter!
Stop suffering with hot AC. Cool it yourself with AC Pro.
Yeah, Kim, there's something very dark and fucked up about them. That's why. Very dark. It doesn't make any damn sense to me at all. I don't want it to make sense, truthfully. Okay. All right, this is the other part of that. Let's see here. I believe they know something. Oh, no. I believe, Brandy, they know everything and they did it all. That's my opinion. I'm just saying. Telling you guys when this comes out, you'll see. I was 100% right. I'm telling you. I have full faith. I know what I'm talking about. I do. I really feel that.
I want to talk about a neighbor that we haven't really heard much about. Haven't seen any YouTube creators talk about this neighbor. Haven't seen any videos about this neighbor. Not much about this neighbor. And I think this neighbor is very important to this mystery on what happened to Summer Wells. That neighbor would be Carolyn Sue Chambers. She lives at the corner of Beach Creek and Ben Hill Road. That house right there at the corner when you turn onto Ben Hill Road to go up to where Don and Candace Wells lives. That corner house there.
What's up, Strike?
Carolyn
Welcome back,
Sue
bro.
Chambers. She lives there with her husband, Donnie Lee Chambers. They've been living there for quite some time. How do they play a role, if at all, in this case, right? We've heard from Don and Candace Wells, who claimed that someone kidnapped Summer from their property. They claim that someone parked along Ben Hill Road down at the bottom of the hill and went up there to the house and snatched Summer, went back down to Ben Hill Road, put her in a vehicle, and left. That's what they claim. We've been hearing a lot about the dog scent of where it tracked down the hill from the outside of their home, from their basement down to the hill.
Amen,
to Ben
Rebecca.
Hill Road, and
Amen.
then the scent of Summer disappeared. Well, there's only one way to get to Ben Hill Road. One way, and that is Beach Creek, and you turn right there. That's the only way in, only way out. And on the corner there is a home. There's a home, and that belongs to Carolyn Sue Chambers. I was doing looking a little bit into her, right? Who is she? She doesn't have any criminal record. I've been verified. Her doesn't have any criminal record. Donnie Lee, her husband, doesn't have any criminal record. We were out there looking for Summer one day, and we were at that corner. There was where Ben Hill Road street sign is. There was an actual picture of Summer. Where is Summer? We were out there, and she came out, and she was actually screaming at us, "Don't film her house. She has nothing to do with this." She said she spoke to the TBI or FBI, she said. Law enforcement, a lot of people with this case, a lot of people confuse the TBI and FBI. Some people say, I talked to the TBI, but they were really FBI. I talked to the FBI, they were really TBI. TBI, FBI, one of the investigative agencies that is looking into what happened to Summer Wells. Well, she said she spoke to them. Check it out.
You seen Summer Wells? You seen Summer Wells?
She spoke to them. She spoke to authorities. So whether they went to her or she went to them, they spoke. And she also says she has surveillance at her house. Check this out.
Yeah.
Was there surveillance at that home at the time Summer Wells went missing, or did she get surveillance cameras later on? That is very unclear here. She said she spoke to authorities. She spoke to authorities, and she also said she has surveillance. Did she hand over surveillance, if she had it at the time, on who went up and down that road? I mean, that will clearly, and I think that's very, very important here to, if she has surveillance, and she has surveillance at the time Summer Wells went missing, that will show which vehicles went in and out of that area right there. That's the only way to get to Ben Hill via a vehicle. Only way. So she has surveillance. Did she just talk to the TBI, or did she give the TBI the surveillance? What did she say to the TBI? What did she say to the FBI? I'm sure she's talked to Hawkins County sheriffs too. Another thing that's interesting about Carolyn Sue Chambers, Candace Bly has a Facebook page. She has actually many Facebook profiles.
Like 4 or 5 of them.
On one of them, Candace Bly, she is Facebook friends with Carolyn Sue Chambers, her neighbor. She is Facebook friends. You look on the Candace Bly Facebook profile, she hasn't made any posts since before Summer Wells went missing. So was she Facebook friends with Candace before Summer Wells went missing or afterward? That's unclear. But she knows them. This is one of Candace Bly's many Facebook profiles. This is one of them. And
if you guys are on Facebook, go check it out, guys. Go look her up. She has multiple Candace Wells, Candace Bly, Candace Harrer. And then also be careful, because Candace Harrer is her mother's name too. But there's multiple, and look at the way her Facebooks are set up.
If you scroll down here, the last post she made on this profile was before Summer Wells went missing, March 12th, 2021. This is the profile where she went out to eat in Kingsport with Sherry, Allie's mother, Hunter's grandmother. If you look on her friends list, she's 440 friends, and you put Chambers, bam, Carolyn Chambers, Rogersville. This is the neighbor of Don and Candace Wells, right at the corner there of Beach Creek and Ben Hill with the dogs. This is her Facebook profile. This is all public, everyone. Public Facebook profile. This is a public Facebook profile. That is Carolyn Chambers, who lives at the corner there in Beach Creek. They know each other. They are neighbors. What, if any, role did Carolyn Sue Chambers play in this? Did she help with the search? Did she see something? What did she tell the TBI? But the TBI did talk to her. And you would think that the TBI law enforcement would talk to everybody in that area. But that's not the case. We spoke to another neighbor that lives on Simpson Loop Road. That is, Beach Creek is the main drag there on the other side. That said TBI or law enforcement hasn't even contacted them. And this was in November. This was months after Summer Wells went missing. This individual did not get contacted by any law enforcement. I thought that was odd, because you would think no stone unturned. Law enforcement would go door to door to door, knock on the door, say, have you seen anything? What's your footage look like? This individual didn't get it. But Carolyn Sue Chambers did. And she's on that corner lot. Another thing interesting, she has dogs. And when we were out there, Dogs were just yapping, barking. Check this video out. This video is from across the street at Morrison Cemetery. We went over to the cemetery to kind of look over at the home of Don and Candace Wells, just to comb the area and also search for Summer. But check this out.
We're on the other side of the road, and the dogs are picking us up. The other side of the road. How is somebody going to be, and we can hear them plain as day. We can hear them plain as day.
Dogs barking. And I drove to the home of Don and Candace Wells numerous times, looking for Summer, looking for clues, trying to get an understanding. And every time I passed that home, that Chambers home, right there at the corner of Ben Hill Road, the dogs bark. The dogs bark. The dogs barking at vehicles that go by there. They bark at anyone that they can hear that's close by. You know, those dogs have they can tell when someone is around. You would think the time when Summer Wells went missing, June 15th, 2021, reported missing, that dogs would have barked that day, especially if someone was lurking up there plotting a kidnapping or even leaving. You know, there's a lot of speculation whether Candace and Grandma returned home that day after dropping Hunter off before, right after Hunter got dropped off, returned home, and then maybe possibly left back out. Well, the dogs would have barked if they were outside. And, numerous times that I drove past that house, these dogs were outside. There's like a cage. And the dogs were outside.
Hey, Mouse, this is a update on the Summer Wells case that I've been following. This is in regards to a neighbor that lives really, really close to Don and Candace Wells. And he's kind of explaining the scenario about the neighbor and what could have been seen and heard, because the TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Department did not interview a lot of these neighbors, and he's got some theories based on that. So that's what we're watching right at this moment. But welcome, by the way. Good to see you.
And they're right by the road. So every time a car drives past there, they start barking. Bark, 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 bark. They start barking. I don't know how to make a barking sound. So, what do you think? Let me know what you think. Why hasn't anyone else looked into this neighbor or tried to speak to her? She didn't want to speak to us. She said very few things. I posted a prior video with
exactly, Becca.
Entire interaction with her, so I'll post that in the link so you can see. Interesting about this woman. What did she see? Did she see something? But she is still Facebook friends with Candace Bly, one of her profiles. I don't know if she's technically advanced to delete her, contacts with Candace, or she's still friends with Candace. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to my channel, share, press the notification button for up-to-date information. We are following this case. We are analyzing all the
Thank you, Mouse. I appreciate that.
Like Ronnie Lawson said, you would assume that he's talking about the neighbors around Don and Candace's home. I think everyone's a suspect. No one has really been cleared.
That's right.
But we don't know who is a suspect. We don't know much because Hawkins County sheriffs don't reveal much. And we're approaching 1 year.
No, they really
They
shouldn't.
don't give that much information. Tight-lipped. They are tight-lipped with this case. What happened to Summer Wells? Hopefully, we are not here a year from now, still wondering what happened.
No.
And no one held accountable for what they did.
No. I pray to
does not
God.
happen.
I pray to God we don't go another year.
Summer deserves answers. To me, she deserves a proper burial.
Thank you.
Justice for Summer Wells. Everyone be safe. God bless. Thanks for watching the video.
After 6 incredible seasons, be there.
I hope so,
Looking back.
Becca,
Unforgettable.
but it's such a vast area. All right, guys, let me pull up the other one here. There's a couple more actually. I'll show you. There's such a vast area, and it's hard. You know, a lot of people have their video, but they don't. People out there are weird. They don't want to get involved. They're quiet about things. It's kind of, I don't know. All right, let me find this here. Give you guys a few little things here. Here's another one. Part of the story that went through that day. And see, there's another theory going on that Summer never actually even got home, went back to the house the day that she disappeared. Like they're saying she went swimming, went back to the house, and then it happened. There's a theory that she never made it back to the house. So this scenario that I'm going to show you next, I'm just giving you guys, hey, Debs, welcome, hon. I'm giving you guys little bits and pieces of things that happened back then, and towards the beginning of the investigation. Just kind of an update. Broken, what's up, bro? Welcome. And catching you guys back up on some stuff that may have been forgotten, overlooked, or not ever never seen or heard. So we're gonna go back and check out a couple things that were talked about then. The Dollar General that she went to, supposedly. Was she ever there? This, that, and everything else. So we're going to put some of those pieces together and see if it makes any sense, guys. Any questions? Please let me know. Any issues? Please let me know. And let's see this one here. JLR is really good for these things. So I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately because it's been taking me back and making me think. Did I see this then? Did I remember this? So, you know what I mean? So let's check it out. There's been a lot of stuff that I forgot and that I had missed from the beginning of the investigation too, guys. And if a lot of you guys weren't following from the beginning, this will help you to understand. Oh, right, Becca. A lot of people haven't been following. Unfortunately, it's been forgotten in a lot of senses because it's been 2 weeks, guys. It's going to be a year. A year. This little girl's been missing for a year. It's disgusting and it's sad. But these things will bring us back. Okay? That's why I wanted to do this. So
Did Candace, her mother, and Summer Wells stop at the Dollar General after they dropped Hunter off on the day Summer was reported missing, June 15th, 2021? Did they stop at the Dollar General after they dropped Hunter off? So there is a lot of speculation out there that Candace went to the Dollar General after she and her mother dropped Hunter off on June 15th, 2021, that day. The Dollar General. So I went on Google Maps and I looked at where Hunter lives, right by the Eastman Chemical Plant. I won't say the address. Once you leave that neighborhood, you go on to Sullivan's Garden Parkway. You travel southwest-ish towards 347. 347 turns into Beach Creek and then eventually to Ben Hill. There is a Dollar General right there at 347 and Sullivan's Garden Parkway, almost at the corner there. So I called the Dollar General to inquire if Candace or Summer were in that store that day she was reported missing. I want you to hear the conversation I had with the Dollar General employee at that location. Check it out.
Dollar General, speaking, may I help you?
Hi, good afternoon. Is this the Dollar General on Sullivan Gardens Parkway in Kingsport? Hi. My name is Jonathan with Original Media Group. I am investigating and looking into the Summer Wells case, and it's my understanding that Summer Wells was inside your store before she was reported missing.
Sir, we are not allowed to talk to the media in any way for any reason.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question? Why?
It's company policy.
Is that, has law enforcement told you that?
It's Dollar General company policy. Thank you.
Damn.
Interesting. So what do you think? She didn't confirm or deny. And I find that response very interesting. A lot of times looking into missing people's cases or cases about suspects in crimes, and we can call a location to inquire
I shut that down real quick.
someone in reference to that case.
Right, Becca?
If authorities were there prior, or that was a place where they actually went or frequent or were involved with, the employees there are very tight-lipped and say we cannot confirm or deny or refer it to corporate. For instance, I called 2 other Dollar Generals in the area. One by Fall Branch, in between where Don Wells worked, where he says he worked, June 15th, 2021, and Ben Hill Road in Fall Branch, Tennessee. There is a Dollar General in that area, and I called, and I asked the same thing. Was Summer Wells in this store? And the employee was very forthcoming. Said, no, we've heard about that case. No, poor child. You know, we haven't seen or heard of any of them. No authorities have ever came here. And I called another Dollar General in the Jonesboro area, and the employee said the same thing. Very, upfront.
I agree with that 100%, Kimberly.
No, we haven't seen or heard from them, or no law enforcement. But this particular one, right at the corner there of 347 and the main road leaving Allie's house, you heard the response. You heard. Makes me wonder. Did they go in the store that day? Candace, Grandma, or Summer? Both? 2 of them? Or did law enforcement go there to talk to the employees or look at their surveillance? Their surveillance most likely probably faces the road, and they wanted to get an idea of when Candace drove past there after she dropped Hunter off, to get an understanding. Timeline. I think timeline is important. As Candace claims, they went home after dropping Hunter off and unloaded groceries, planted flowers, did laundry, and Summer went missing. Timeline. Timeline is very important. I believe that law enforcement is and had contacted numerous businesses along that route, leaving Allie's home in Kingsport all the way up to Ben Hill Road. Just to ask them, all these businesses along the way, and probably residential homes too, do you have surveillance looking at the road? They probably most likely want to find out the time frame between how long it took Candace to get home that day. If
It's all right,
she
Lloyd.
went home
It's
that
all
day.
right.
If
I appreciate you
she
apologizing.
went home that day. For instance, that Dollar General that I called is right before you turn onto 347. Now, if they ask for surveillance there and say they got it, they'll have an idea of when Candace passed that Dollar Tree. Did she make a right and go down 347 towards Ben Hill Road? Or did she go straight, which takes you
Okay, Kim. Good
down
luck with the appointment,
towards
hon. I'm thinking about you.
where Don Wells claims he was working that day? What do you think? I'm sure they have contacted numerous businesses along different routes that they suspect Candace and her mother took. Timeline's important, especially with what Candace and Don Wells said to authorities in reference to this case, the statements that they gave to authorities. So we are actively looking for Summer Wells. We are working and doing our online sleuthing to find out what happened or bring clues, bring awareness. We're approaching 1 year since Summer Wells went missing. 1 year. That's very, very long. It's long enough. Summer
That's too long. Way too long.
deserves justice. Summer Wells deserves justice. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, contact the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or contact the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Justice for Summer Wells. Everyone be safe. God bless. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. It is also possible that media outlets have already contacted the Dollar General, and was inquiring about Summer already. And the employees there are just hush at this point. They don't want to talk about it anymore. And it's also possible that online sleuths,
All right. Now,
private detectives, or citizens, or people that just want to find out what happened to Summer contacted that same Dollar General.
there's another theory that JLR has
They don't
that I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys a few of his things today
That's
because
insane.
they bring up some good good theories, guys.
Advil Dual Action.
All right.
So I am here in the watering hole, paying respect for Summer Wells, justice for Summer Wells. What happened here at the watering hole? Was Summer left unattended while she was in the water here? It's just very dirty here. The parking lot is over there. Was Candace preoccupied with Hunter in a car over in the parking lot, and Summer was left here unattended? Just here paying respect, going down the line, trying to get a feel of what happened here at this watering hole. It's very dirty. The water's very muddy. Was she taking a bath here? Was Summer taking a bath here? It was a hot day. We saw the photographs afterward with her, Summer, laid on cartons of milk, gallons of milk, in a long sleeve shirt on a hot summer day in the middle of June. What happened to Summer Wells here? And we're out here trying to find answers and also seeking justice for Summer Wells. Justice for Summer Wells here at the watering hole in Kingsport, Tennessee. What happened to Summer Wells?
I can imagine. I can picture that little girl swimming there and the idiot fucking mother worried about doing what she was doing with that 14-year-old kid. and the little girl not being tall enough or strong enough, because there was that water had like it was choppy. The one day I was watching, and her going under the water multiple times. I just kind of want to take you guys back to the beginning so you guys can see it again, piece for piece. Well, this is the swimming hole area, guys, where supposedly she was that day.
We are focusing on here. We're focusing at this water hole because it does matter, because it still remains a mystery. What happened to Summer Wells? Did an accident happen here at the watering hole the day she went missing, or did something happen back on their compound on 110 Ben Hill Road? We're out here because we still don't, the public, law enforcement, the whole world, we don't have answers.
That's the problem I have with this. Law enforcement should have said something a long time ago about this. They should be a little bit more forthcoming, because I understand what they have to do, but it's been too long, guys. Way too long. Way too long. Way too damn long. So all right. Well, this is the swimming hole. And there's that. Now there's a couple more. Where are we at here? Okay, there was an interview done with Brian Enton from News Nation. I don't know if you guys seen any of this, but he did an interview with Don Wells at one point. He's the same guy that did all the stuff that was going on with Brian Laundrie and all Gabby Petito scenario. Okay. This interview was done, I think it was in July or August, maybe. Okay, or maybe it was later than that, maybe October, November, something like that. But anyway, there was some things that they think that he may have said to Brian Enton that people missed, okay, about what happened with Summer. And you pay attention to it, it makes sense. But this is, again, we're going back towards the beginning of a little bit back into the interview investigation and trying to catch some things that may have been missed to give a little bit of an update, a little bit more insight, and some revelations possibly to what may be going on or what may have happened. So that's why I'm doing this with you guys today. It's kind of
the Arturian people, Pleiadian people.
It definitely kind of helps. Okay. So
and the Syrian people came to
because
this
there's
world.
really nothing new to go with. So I think this helps a lot by reminding everybody what has gone on per se and what is I guess you just say revisiting the scenario to see if there's anything we missed, like I said, or to remind us of things that may link up with things that have been seen more recently or heard more recently. You know what I'm saying? So just revisiting it, that's all.
Someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention. Someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention. That came out of Don Wells' mouth when he spoke to Brian Enton right after Summer was reported missing. Brian Enton went to News Nation, went to interview Don Wells, and that came out of his own mouth. Check this out.
What do you think happened? What does your heart tell you?
Well, I know in my heart and in my mind she was abducted. Someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention, and we don't know if they come in the basement and grabbed her, or if she stepped outside the basement and was walking to her swing or something. Someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention, and someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention.
Did Don Wells slip up? He said, we, keyword we, weren't exactly paying attention. Was he at the house when Summer Wells was reported missing? Was he there? To me, it sounds like Don Wells is saying that he was there. Or was that just a slip up on his part? He gave numerous media interviews right after Summer Wells went missing and was adamant about a kidnapper that came up to his house and took Summer and went off with her. But he said in that interview with Brian Enton, we weren't exactly paying attention. What does that mean?
You guys still there? I don't mean to put anybody to sleep. Let me know if this is too boring for you guys, but if you're still there, let me know. Yeah, I caught that he was there. You don't use the word we. Thank you, Brandy. There you go. There you go. Is everything good? You guys are still seeing this okay? Everything's cool? Let me know. Let me know. Just want to make sure we're good. Let me know if you guys stop seeing it, okay?
What does that mean? Go back and review old videos where Don Wells gave interviews and Candace. Review them. Analyze them. Might find something new. We are approaching 1 year since Summer Wells went missing. 1 year. 1 year is too long, people. But you might be able to catch them slip in things, in inconsistent statements that they gave to different media outlets.
That's what I've been doing.
For instance, 911 calls. Candace is claiming she made a 911 call. Don is claiming he made a 911 call. TBI saying one person called Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to report Summer missing June 15th, around 6:30 p.m. A lot of inconsistencies with what Candace told media outlets, Chris McDonough, what happened that day. Summer Wells was reported missing.
Right.
Grandma, Grandis, Candace's mother, gave an interview. There were some inconsistencies with her statements, too.
Yep.
Go back and read over and listen to what Don and Candace Wells said. I strongly recommend it. And put your own pieces together. Where is Summer Wells? Where is Summer Wells? If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, contact the Tennessee Borough Investigation at 1-800-TBI-FIND or Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. We are finding out what happened to Summer Wells. There is many people looking into what happened. God bless. Everyone be safe. Justice for Summer Wells.
Someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention. Someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention.
Say goodbye to equipment fees. Now get the high-speed internet you want.
Weren't exactly paying attention, huh? That blows my mind. This poor baby. Fucking kills me. All right, let me see if I got a couple more here I was going to show you guys real quick. Oh yeah, I did want you guys to see a little bit on this one. This is about the Tim Mullins, the spokesperson for Candace and Don. Okay, this guy has been on my nerves from day one for the bullshit that he's pulled. He had a phone that belonged to Don, never turned it into TBI. He has told lies, and I really think he knows a lot more than what he's letting on. So I didn't really touch a lot on him with you guys. I think I did a one little segment one time with him in it, but I want you guys to see this one. I think JLR is pretty on point with what he talks about. You know, he's very factual. So I've been going back and watching all the older stuff again. Like I said, trying to pick up on stuff that could have been overlooked, misheard, misunderstood, or not even mentioned at one point because we were going through different videos. So Ooh, excuse me, guys. So let's check this one out and see what he has to say about Tim.
FindSummerWells.com webpage and the Find Summer Wells Facebook page posted that they are having a June 15th vigil somewhere in the area, Kingsport, Rogersville, Sullivan County, Hawkins County, somewhere where that in that area. Location to be determined. Announced the day before on the 14th. He posted that. A lot of people liked the post and made comments. So the media has picked up on it. And for the very first time, the media has now linked Tim Mullen to Don and Candace Wells as the Wells spokespeople. That has never happened before. You Google, you'll never see any other articles or media talking about Tim Mullen connected to Don and Candace Wells. We talk about it on YouTube. There's YouTubers talking about it, but never the media. So this got the media to link Tim Mullen to Don and Candace Wells for the very first time. And what did Tim Mullen do? He changed the events. He changed the postings that he made on the FindSummerWells.com web page and the Find Summer Wells Facebook page, and he put in a note and saying, "Oh, this is someone else's event, and we're just promoting it." He edited it. Check this out.
Why would you do that?
This was posted on the Find Summer Wells Facebook page on Friday, 6:28 p.m. Special time together if summer is not yet found. Note, this is not a Wells family sponsored event. This is being sponsored by a private group of individuals. Logistics will be a key factor in deciding if it is possible to do this comfortably and safely. June 15, 2022, venue will depend on weather. Look at the edit history of this post. He posted that yesterday, and then without the note, this is not a Wells family event. 3 hours ago, it was changed to add that note that it is not a Wells family sponsored event. After the media came out and said that Tim Mullen was hosting a June 15th vigil. Very, very interesting. Tim Mullen edited the post because he saw the media out there now connected him. He doesn't want that. Tim Mullen does not want to be connected with his face and his name through the media, through the actual media, mainstream media, local media outlets out there, as being the spokesperson for Don and Candace Wells. He doesn't like that. He wants to be behind the scenes, a shadowy figure. Very, very interesting. I wonder how he's going to react and behave from now on with his postings on all his sites that he's doing with, Don and Candace Wells in reference to the Summer Wells case. And kudos to WYMT for connecting Tim Mullen to Don and Candace Wells as being the Wells.
I think that Tim Mullen knows everything, guys. I think he knows piece for piece what happened to Summer. I think he knows exactly who's involved. I think he may himself be involved slightly. I think that he has things that he has because anyone that would, in this type of a case, that would not turn in evidence to TBI, Hawkins County, any law enforcement agency related to this investigation, I think that there's something dirty or dark or both about this guy. And I do not trust anything he says or does. And I think that's why he tries to stay behind the scenes, because he doesn't want the media or anybody else to draw attention to him because he knows. He took, right before Don Wells went to jail for his DUI probation violation, okay? He took Don to the jail to go in. He turned himself in that way, okay? And kept Don's phone in the car because he couldn't take it into the jail, right? So rather than take that phone and go to Hawkins County or TBI and turn it in and say, here, this is Don's phone, more evidence, blah, 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 so on and so forth, he took it home and uploaded everything from that phone to his own personal private computer. Why? That's not his place, nor his business to do, because he's not part of the investigation as far as law enforcement. He's not law enforcement. He has no rights nor legal obligation to do that, okay? Why? Why did you do that? Because that's tampering with evidence, first of all, okay? But because anything he uploaded, he could have deleted anything or everything from that phone that could have had some kind of a text message, a picture, anything that could have been talked about this case is gone now, in my opinion, because that man touched that phone. I think that he knows everything and anything that has to do with this case. And I really, really think that TBI should be up his ass right now, guys. And I don't like this guy at all. Absolutely do not like this guy.
Spokesperson. No other media outlet prior to this report had Tim Mullen connected to Don and Candace Wells as the spokesman for Don and Candace. So this is the first time, and I'm sure Tim Mullen, knowing that he likes to hide behind the computer and hide behind websites, this got to him. He doesn't want to be in the spotlight and known by the world or the actual real media that he is working with Don and Candace Wells. Very, very interesting. So these, whenever you Google Tim Mullen, from now on, he's connected to Don and Candace Wells through the media. So hopefully more media outlets will catch on and bring him connected to Don and Candace Wells. Exactly what he wants. That's exactly what he wants, but he doesn't want it. He wants to be anonymous, things about him behind the scenes. But when you ask him the questions or tell him to come forward in front of the cameras to talk about Don and Candace Wells, he won't do it. He's a shadowy, shady, interesting individual. Went to his house numerous times to talk to him about Don and Candace Wells. We knew he was home one of the times. He refused to come out. He hasn't met anyone besides the very first time when Robin Lane said that Tim Mullen ran the SummerWells.com webpage around a group of individuals. This was at the very, very beginning when Summer Wells went missing, and he was very, don't tell no one.
There's a website that's just been created. It's called FindSummerWells.com, and it's going to have updated information on there, so we don't put your song. Absolutely, yes. Tim Mullen right there. He's the one that made it. He created the
Your roommate just took up percussion. You need a job that gets you out of here. I need Indeed. Indeed you do.
Come on with the ads.
He didn't want that. So Robin Lane, first person to put Tim Mullen behind the FindSummerWells.com webpage. They also have a Facebook page, Find Summer Wells, and Tim Mullen has a Facebook page, Media Manager Wells, that he talks to people through and talks about the case. Never makes videos. He never makes videos talking about the Summer Wells case. It's always behind the computer. It's always
nobody's seen this guy either.
Statements. Never. We don't.
Maybe once or twice.
Never hear his face talking about Don and Candace Wells. Why? Why? I mean, a spokesperson, if you claim to be a spokesperson for Don and Candace Wells, you don't talk, you don't give press updates, you don't
Exactly.
ask the public, give information out.
That's
as a
shady. I'm sorry.
spokesperson
That's
that
super
he
shady.
claims to be. There's something very fishy about Tim Mullen, and he needs to be looked at. He needs to be analyzed more because he definitely interjected himself into this, and he likes to play games and riddles and lead people on and create these weird scenarios. Just look at his Wells Media Manager page and find Summer Wells page. Very strange. So Tim Mullen, you are now linked to Summer Wells and Don and Candace Wells via the mainstream media.
Good deal.
Good job. Also, go back to a lot of my videos. I've made videos about Tim Mullen, like questioning who he is, where he came from. I compiled a bunch of videos that Tim Mullen made in the past. They're very strange and bizarre.
Yes,
so
they are.
I will put that link in the description.
Very strange and
So
bizarre.
you guys can go see these videos of Tim Mullen. It's time for Tim Mullen as a spokesperson, if he's claiming to be a spokesperson for Don and Candace Wells, to step to the plate and speak behind the cameras. No more hiding. No more hiding. He needs to come forward. But check the videos out. Very interesting stuff. I will always have my eyes on Tim Mullen. Reason being, he's claiming to be a spokesperson. He owns it. He owns it. He owns it. God bless. Everyone be safe. And love your loved ones. Justice for Summer Wells. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, contact the TBI, Tennessee Borough Investigation at 1-800-TBI, bind, or the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Justice for Summer Wells.
So there's that. That one bothers me a bit because that guy really, really has stayed hidden for this whole year, but has his fingers all over this.
Right, I understand that you're
and I don't
testifying
understand
as a
why
damages expert and
he doesn't come out from behind the scenes unless he knows something that he shouldn't know. What do you guys think about that scenario? Any questions, comments, or any, like, what do you think? Honestly. Don't mind me eating, I'm sorry. Any comments or anything about him, guys? Interjections of any kind? I agree. I agree, Brandy. He acts very weird about it. Very weird. Let's see if there's any. So does anybody have anything they want to say about any of this at all? The case or any theories or just anything, guys? Anything at all? Any input whatsoever? Yay, nay, maybe.
Messages between her and her drug. I'm gonna say drug dealer because he is. Yeah, all I seen was the first message before she started walking up to the mailbox to get up here is that it was done.
Okay. There's that too, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw this. This kind of threw me for a loop. This is old. I don't know if anybody knows who Chris Madonna is. He's the guy that did the interview with. Well, he did an interview with Candace, and he also did an interview with Hunter. Okay, I think I've showed you guys the interview a couple times with that. Part of that interview, when Chris was talking to Hunter, Hunter brings up a phone call or a text message that Candace had gotten on her phone, where he said, or the text message says it's done. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. And he's a kid, so it's not real like clear as to what he probably saw or heard. But if you guys didn't see that, it's a little bit, it gives me goosebumps, makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. And I, in the initial interview, I didn't catch that. Okay. When I first watched the interview, it was a little bit surprising, but it's definitely creepy. And it makes me wonder, like, what are you talking about with that scenario?
Between her and her drug. I'm gonna say drug dealer because he is. Yeah, all I seen was the first message before she started walking up to the mailbox to get up here is that it was done.
Okay.
Or it was all of them together, like every single one of them in a family.
Where do you think Dawn was at work that day?
From what I've heard from the TBI, he was not at work.
Okay, what did TBI tell you then at that point?
Well, I was like, I asked him if he was at work.
So what they say?
They said that the people, they did not clarify.
Okay, so they didn't verify it.
Yeah.
How do we know she's in the same city of state? As far as, what are you talking about? Strike Summer herself, or what do you mean?
Between her and her drug. I'm gonna say drug dealer because he is. Yeah, all I seen was the first message before she started walking up to the mailbox to get up here is that it was done.
It was done. That gives me goosebumps, guys. I'm sorry. Bad.
What your thoughts are after hearing the video. And thank you to those of you that do comment. I really enjoy reading all that you have to say. Please remember to click on the bell for the next notification when the video milk and the side of her rib cage, okay, and her waist. So that arm, I don't see how is it that arm could have been up in the air. And then the other arm is, which is her left arm, if that is correct, if the image was taken on a phone with the camera facing that way, it's got to be. And so that arm also, it seems very much, how can you describe, I guess you could say limp, and it doesn't seem that it fell from that position. It just doesn't look like that. The way that Candace says, now do you guys get what I'm saying? Now you can see in this photo that, like I said, the one arm, which would be her right arm, is tucked beside that milk. It's tucked in behind.
There's this picture again, guys. We don't either. That's the thing, Strike. We don't. Okay? This picture bothers me a lot, guys. This is the picture that I based my theory on. I'm going to bring this over here. I want you guys to see this. I know I showed this to some people back in months ago. Okay. Okay, Brandy Hun, have a great day. Hope everything's okay with the storm. And we will talk to you soon. But, guys, this picture here, if you can see it, look at her thumbnails and her fingernails. Yes, she looks like she's sleeping, right? Look at her nails, her nail beds. I've said this before, and I'll say this 101 times. I hate to say it, but this is why I think that she is no longer with us in this picture right here. Or if she is, it's very faint now. Because it looks to me, that's why my theory is that she dry drowned, okay? That she was at the swimming hole, did her thing. They weren't paying attention to her because they were too busy doing what they were doing. Her mother was too busy being immature with a 15-year-old kid. Blah, 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 right? They weren't paying attention. She went into the water multiple times, Hunter had said. And here we are in the truck. It's almost 90 degrees in Tennessee. She has all this on, all these clothes on, because her core temperature dropped because the water was 70 degrees, first of all. She's tiny, second of all. And, you know, she has water in her lungs, per se, if she went under multiple times. And from a medical... I'm sorry, Heather. Let me see if I don't think I can make it any bigger. I wish I could. Damn. Damn. 1 second. Let me see if this makes a difference. No, it really doesn't. All right, that's about as big as I can get it, Heather. Anyway, there's a difference between having dirty fingernails and having the blue, okay? Dirty fingernails, it's going to be dirty out here on the ends. The quicks up here, guys, here, let me move some stuff so you can see me better. This part up here where your skin is should be like, if you can see it, that white or pink color. Hers are blue, guys. They're blue. Okay? And if you look at her face, she's very pale skinned, right? Look, you can faintly see there's a bluish color around her mouth. Very faintly. Under here, if you can see my cursor, and like up around here. Again, mind you, look at her skin. Okay? She's dry, completely dry. It's like probably in that vehicle, it's probably, there's no air conditioning running, even if the windows are down. It's probably about 100 degrees in that vehicle. She's wearing a jacket, a shirt, pants, and then shorts or something underneath this. Okay? She should be covered with sweat, guys. Completely covered with sweat. There's nothing. There's no perspiration. None of it. I think that she was either already gone right here or she was on her way out. And she was pretty much unconscious right here, okay? It makes me sick. Every time I look at this, it makes me sick. Yeah, if you can look it up, Heather, if it's easier to blow it up on your screen, you can see it. You can really see it. And it's just so fucking sad. Really, really makes me sick. Sorry, guys. Do you know how many times I've looked at this picture and analyzed this picture? I've looked at this picture at least 150 times and analyzed this and turned it, flip-flopped it, blew it up, shrunk it down, turned it this way, turned it that way, upside down. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, there's a bluish tint under here, around here, right here for sure. The only other time that you see this on somebody's nails is when they've smacked themselves with a hammer, smashed their fingers in a door. And what this means, guys, just so you know, I'm not saying you guys are stupid, but I'm going to re-explain this. Okay, so her little lungs, all right, she's 5 years old at this point. She's very small. Her lungs are probably about this big each, okay? And about that narrow each. She went underwater, Hunter had said like 3 to 4 different times, kind of trying to come up and down, right? You swallow water, you go down. You swallow some water, you come up, you try to spit it out. It doesn't all come out. You go down again because that water is deeper than she is. Now, all the rocks that are underneath the water are covered in that moss and that slippery shit. So she kept sliding off the rocks, trying to get her footing. The water was up to here. When she was the one picture you saw her, the water was up to here on her. Okay. They're over there doing their thing because their mother's a complete piece of shit whore, messing with a 15-year-old kid, getting him drunk, doing whatever the hell she's doing with this kid, okay? It makes me sick to even talk about it. But anyway, 3 to 4 times she went under, to the point where Hunter said that's when he decided to pull his shirt off and go in there with her, even though they weren't paying attention. That's a damn shame that the kid was going to do it, but the mother can't. So anyway, and then he gets out there with her and they're playing, and he said she seemed okay, but then at the same time, I think he knew something, because when he came home, his mother, his grandmother, and his great-grandmother said he did not act the same from that point on. Now, what happens here is her little lungs are this big, okay? They sit like right here, if you can see that. They sit like right here on your body, but she's tiny, so they're tiny. You go underwater once, you get some water in there. You go underwater again, you get some more water in there. You go underwater again, you get some more water. You can cough most of that out, but it's still going to sit in there, guys, depending on how many times it went in there and how many times she went under. He said 3 to 4 times that he saw. Could have been more than that, okay? So she comes out, said she wasn't feeling good. That was talked about. Then she said she was freezing, okay, because your body is reacting to the issue it's having. Mind you, first of all, the water was 70 degrees. She's tiny, so she's cold. Okay, so there's that, and the fact that she's got water in her lungs. I'm going to say this is my theory. I'm not saying it's facts. And they get her dressed in all these warm clothes, put her in the backseat of the truck. They move on to all these different stores. Meanwhile, her body's trying to get as much oxygen in her lungs as it can, and it's struggling. So it's pulling from wherever it can pull from, guys. If you guys don't, I have a medical background, that's why I know these things, but I'm just saying, it's kind of common sense too. Your body is going to draw from your limbs, okay? Your feet, your legs. We can't see her toes, but I bet you they look just like her fingernails do. And it's taking oxygen away from your hands, your feet. In turn, it's making her more tired because she's struggling to breathe better. And it's drawing all the energy out of her body. So she falls asleep while this is happening. So with the oxygen coming out of her hands, if you guys take your finger and you do this and cut the circulation off to your finger, Eventually, that finger's going to turn blue because it's not getting any oxygen. So that's what's happening here. And that's why I think at this point here, or maybe before, she started to have this issue, okay? And that's why I think her nail beds look like that, guys. I'm telling you. If you can get a blown up picture of her face and clear what you can see, the blue tint right here that's coming out of it, okay? Her lips, there's just something about her mouth, the way it looks right here. When somebody's sleeping, they're sleeping. Even when kids sleep, they move around, they do this, they do that. They have, like, no, that just doesn't look right to me, okay? So, this is where we're at with that. And then, meanwhile, her mother stopped somewhere in between, or right before this, I believe it was, and at Sonic, and bought her a fucking slushie, too. That's going to lower her core temperature even more and make it even harder for her body to fight for that oxygen. At one point, she's going to fall asleep because of this, because she's weak. Okay? And she's obviously malnourished. There's another issue. They didn't feed her anything this whole day. They stopped at Sonic, and instead of feeding her, they gave her a fucking slushie. She weighed 45 to 50 pounds, I believe. Yeah. Exactly, Heather. You see what I'm saying? So, perfect. That's what I'm saying, guys. This is where my theory comes from. And if a child is sound asleep, okay, they went to the grocery store after she fell asleep in the car, or as she had fallen asleep in the car. They went in, they got this milk. So this child's sound asleep. Okay, here's another thing for you to think about. She's sound asleep, okay? They stuck the milk in there and propped it up next to her, leaned her out, put the milk there, and then let her go. Or she felt, that's maybe she leaned into it. It's cold milk, guys. Anybody and everybody knows, she leans over and touches that, it's going to shock her awake. Why didn't it? Because it's cold, especially with as warm as it is outside. Come on. Okay? This whole picture tells a story to me that's where my theory came from. It's fucking freaky and creepy and disgusting. I'm sorry. And I don't like it at all. So that's where my theory comes from, everybody. Absolutely 100%. I don't know what you guys think. Let me see what you got here, Heather. Yeah, see, that's even better. Okay, like I said, hold on. That's even better, guys. Look, Heather sent me this picture. Now you can see the dirt in the end of her fingernails. Wait a minute. You can see the dirt in the end of her fingernails, but look at the quick of her nail beds. Is it focusing? I hope. Look how dark it is on all of them. It's blue. It's not even dirt. It's blue, guys. See, if I blow it up anymore, it distorts the picture and you can't see it real well. It's not dirt. It's under the nail and it's blue. The dirt is at the end of her nails and around the sides. You see what I'm saying? And all of her nails are like that. I'm telling you, that's perfect, Heather. Thank you for doing that, hon. I appreciate that. See? I need you to work. You can work for me, Heather. You're good with this stuff. So, there it is, guys. There it is. This is where the basis of my theory came from, and I feel like her mother's such an idiot that didn't catch on to this. Okay. Now, this is the theory that she made it home and everything happened. She drives all the way home. Mind you, they live out in BFE, so it's a long ass drive wherever they go. They drive all the way home while Summer is like this, right? They get there. Grandmother gets out of the truck, goes over to her little trailer. Does anybody else have any questions before I pull this down? I really don't want to look at this picture anymore. But do you guys have any questions about this picture before I pull it down? And then I'll go on to the rest of it, what I'm going to say. Yay, nay, maybe. Thank you to my assistant, Miss Heather. No questions, comments, anything else with this picture? Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to take it down. All right, so now where we was. Absolutely, Heather. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Hold on a minute. Let me shut this down here.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad.
Shut up, dude. What the hell was I going to say now? Okay, so they go back to the house.
That's where I grabbed your phone. When I looked in there.
1 second. They go back to the house. They didn't say exactly how long it took to drive. People drove that like multiple times, but there was no, I don't think, exact timeline how it took to get there. And they get out of, I'm getting to a point here. I'm just stalling because I'm trying to find something to show you too. Okay, anyway.
Jonathan Lee Bridges, aka JLR, Justice for.
Okay, so they go back to the house. According to their story, she gets out to unload these groceries. She said she had the boys do it. They never did that. That was a lie. Then she said that they unloaded the groceries and went inside and started doing this, that. Then she decided that they needed to help Grandis plant some flowers, some cactuses. And that Summer wanted a piece of candy, and then she gave her a piece of candy, sent her in the house, went over and wrapped her mother's knee, and that took 2 minutes, came back, and Summer was gone. No. No, 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 and no. No, 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 and no. Okay. And I say that.
Jonathan Lee Bridges, aka JLR. I've been doing some
Stop talking. I say that for a reason, because Grandis just came from the hospital, okay, getting her knee fixed or whatever it was. So why, if she just came from the hospital, why is Candace over there rewrapping her knee? The hospital would do that, right or wrong? One lie. Secondly, they went to the hospital because they're pill seekers. Both of them are pill addicts. That's why they went to the hospital. They got their medication and they both probably took it. So they were okay. Grandis said she took a nap. So what I think happened is they got to the house. Summer was sleeping in the truck. They left her in the truck to sleep. Grandis got out. She went next door. She had taken her medication or whatever. She went in the trailer and took her nap. Candace went in her house. Maybe she laid down too because she was drinking, smoking, and took a pill, I'm sure. And maybe she took a nap or she was in the house doing whatever. Meanwhile, Summer's in the truck sleeping, fading away slowly. Then there's the talk about the scream that was heard. I think dumbass Candace realized, where's Summer? Or the boys may have said, hey, Mom, where's Summer? Oh, shit, she's still in the truck sleeping. Goes out to wake her up, and she's gone. That's where the scream came from. She calls Dawn. You know, Dawn runs and rules whatever she does. And, you know, he probably says, you dumb bitch. What'd you do to her and my daughter, blah, blah, blah. That's how he talks to her. And said, leave now. I'm leaving here. You're going to meet me here. We'll deal with this. She takes Summer to Dawn, who in turn takes her and goes and disposes of her body and comes flying home, making it look like because she left again. Grandis said she heard her leave after she heard the scream. She heard her leave. Okay. I think that part's true. I think she called Dawn because she's supposed to call Dawn no matter what happens, good or bad. And Dawn said, no, you're not taking her to the hospital. You bring her to me because, guys, CPS had an appointment to be there the next day. And Dawn knows that if CPS shows up here and there's this issue or there's a hospital report from the ER, this or that, anything else, they're going to lose all their kids and possibly get charges put against them for child neglect and abuse. Meet me here. I'm leaving now. In between from Jonesboro to Hawkins County. They met up. He took her, did whatever he fucking did with her, wherever he did it at. That's why I don't think it's on their property, guys, unless he moved her. I still think to this day that one of the houses that Dawn was working on is where that child is buried, either in a wall of a house, because he did drywall, in a septic tank of one of those houses, or on a piece of property, or under concrete, because he took her and then he came home 3 hours later, or 2 hours later, 4 hours later, or it was 3 hours later. And then the child wasn't reported missing until 6:30 that evening. There's my theory. Yes, Heather, they've had they've had cadaver dogs and search dogs. Cadaver and search dogs on their property, and I think a few other places around. I don't know if they've ever taken cadaver dogs to any of the work sites that Dawn was working on, though. I know they've had cadavers out 3 other times, and they've had 2 or 3 other searches from the original one. So there's that. What's up, No Neck? Nice name. I like that. So that's my theory, guys. And there's the basis for my theory.
Research and trying to figure out what.
This is another little video I'll add here real quick, guys, and then I'll stop with the videos because I'm about done. This is in regards to Grandis's trailer.
Type of trailer Grandis lives in. Grandis is the mother of Candace Wells, lives in the trailer right next to the home of Don and Candace Wells. That trailer that we all have seen and looked at. What type of trailer is it? So Googled around, I took images of her trailer, and I tried to figure out and narrow it down. And I found a match. Her trailer is actually a Gulfstream Amerilite trailer. It looks like it's 23 or 22 feet long. When you look at her trailer from Candace's house, you'll see in the middle center Amerilite, the logo. So it is an Amerilite. Don't know what year it is. Looking at the trailer, I'm assuming it was built in the probably the 90s. And So I wanted to, get a little bit more insight about that trailer. Reason being is we heard Candace's mother, Grandma, go on TV a couple months ago describing that June 15th day when Summer Wells was reported missing. And she went on TV and she did state that after Candace and her and Summer returned home, Summer and the boys went inside Grandis's trailer to help her with her groceries. So she did say it out of her mouth that Summer was inside her trailer. So it had my mind wondering, what does this trailer look like? What is, what's the landscape in there? What does it look like? How's it built? How's the layout inside there? And I pretty much narrowed it down. First, listen to Grandma here. She confirms that that Summer was inside her trailer that June 15th day before Summer was reported missing. Check it out.
Candace and I got up that morning. She came out and took me into the ER because my leg was messing up on me. And we were afraid something was wrong with my knee. I have a knee replacement. And she was worried that there was something wrong with it. And she took me into the hospital. And I ended up getting a shot for it to get rid of the pain. And they prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day.
Hold on a minute, guys.
At the horse stables, I believe it was.
There's the phone now.
I went in my camper and after we brought my groceries in for me and the boys helped with that and of course Summer.
Okay, so Summer was inside her trailer. I'll show you the layout of this. Now check this out right here. This is a comparison to a newer model Amerilite to her Amerilite. Check these comparisons out. So this is a 2007 Gulfstream Amerilite, 22 feet length. It's definitely similar to Grandis's trailer. You can see the window shapes are the same on each one. Door is same area. Definitely looks like Grandis's trailer is about 22, 23 feet in length. Here's another one. This is an Amerilite. Looks like the same type of trailer as Grandis's. Yeah, that is definitely the same size trailer. Definitely made by Amerilite. I'm assuming that Grandis's trailer is probably in the 90s. Not sure about 80s, probably the 90s. These are 2007s. Hers is definitely older. You can tell it's older, but it's the same type of dimensions. Almost the same look. So there's your comparison. This is most likely the layout to Grandma's trailer. You see down at the bottom left, the door. You walk in, refrigerator straight ahead, tub and bathroom to the left. In the middle, you have a dinette, looks like some seats, and the overhead kitchen area looks like a sink and the burners, and then to the far right, queen bed, overhead. Not much space. And we heard Grandis say that on the day Summer was reported missing, she said Summer and the boys went into her trailer to help her with her groceries. How many boys? Was it all three of the boys and Summer, two of the boys and Summer? She said boys plural, so definitely more than one. And Summer, they were all in this type of trailer. This is the layout, most likely the same layout as the inside of Grandis' trailer. This is an Amerilite layout for that length of trailer, 22, 23 feet. And I looked at other layouts for different years of the Amerilite, and they are all the same as this, unless you get bigger that have multiple beds in there. This looks like it. Okay, so an Amerilite. An Amerilite, I'm going to show you now what the inside of an Amerilite similar to hers, what it looks like. So watch this video.
She came out with all before the 1940s, so the grandma came up with that. And also, you see sent in the papers from the FBI that they collected her stuff, you know, I believe it. I don't, she wouldn't have a reason to, she would bring the grandma to us constant, you know.
They just better charge. Keep getting them.
All right, guys. Well, there's that.
An Amerilite. She owns an Amerilite. She did say that.
So, anybody have any comments, questions, anything about this now? Hello? All right. Well, guys, I'm going to need to shut her down for the day. Good stream. Appreciate you guys being here again. As always, Heather, Brandy, Flower, No Neck, Strike First, Kimberly, Debs, Broken, Rebecca, all you guys. I love you guys to death. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. Thank you. I may see you guys tonight. Any of you that are in here. Besides that, I hope you guys have the best day you possibly can. I think it was a good stream. Like I said, it was great. I enjoy having you guys involved with this. Heather, all you guys. Besides that, love you guys. Have a great day. Hello? Hold on. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.